We're live.
Good
Welcome to
morning.
the Morning Muffin Show, your morning carbo load of real. Hello, Boba. Hello, V. How are you?
Hi, Jen. We're good. How are you? Oh, I know. You just want to talk.
I am good. I see that you are better because you've got Mr. Boba.
Yes.
Well, today is so fun because we get to talk about dream homes.
Yes.
And I think it's important to have like dreams and goals. And I personally think that dissociation, when you're stressed out or anything, can be a really good form of like therapy. And it can be a superpower for some people. And I have an excellent disassociation superpower. Ba-ba-bum. So I'd like to talk about dream homes because if you could go anywhere in the world and you can kind of like flesh it out and like be there in your mind, that it's so important and it says so much about you and you learn so much about someone. So I wanted to know if you, V, could go anywhere in the world or do anything or dream anywhere or have a house, what would it be? Just you, and nobody else's thoughts are considered here. It's just you.
Well, just me. I think it can be anywhere, but it had to be really close to like the nature. Like a lot of trees. I always imagine myself living like kind of like right down the mountains, but not on top of the mountain, but right
The
the
valley.
bottom. Yep, the valley, like the bottom of the
Mhm.
mountains, and then there's like waterfall and behind my backyard. Um, and then just a little tiny house. It can be just like a loft, cabins. And then I grow my own food and raise my own chickens and meat, and I think that's it. I don't need anything fancy, but I
Yeah.
need that waterfall and that mountains and the trees.
That's so funny. So I have a place that I go to in my mind when I'm stressed out, and that's like very similar. It's not a waterfall in my backyard, but it's like a stream, and there's cherry and apple trees. That's like if in real life though. I want to go someplace like I want to have an orchard and I want to have land and I want green and I want water and I want all those things, and it sounds like so do you. So I have some amazing places that I knew that they would fit you because I know, like I said, we're so similar. I know two places that I have and links to share with you, and I'm super excited to share them with you because I think you're just gonna die. Okay, the first one is, let's see if it works. Okay. First one is here in the United States, there is a called farmflip.com. This is like the best website ever for daydreaming. It has places all over the United States and in the world. Because as you can see here, there's Costa Rica has this organic farm retreat. Is that
Wow.
neat?
Yes, this is awesome.
This is the best website ever for daydreaming. There's Colorado here. And, this is just like Kentucky. There's a couple really nice ones here. And, like, look at this one in Georgia with like
Wow.
a lake. And look at this gorgeous, cute little home. This is an ad here, but isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Oh, this one right here in Georgia. Look at it with that own private, like little dock right there on the
Wow.
lake. Okay, so now if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can look by size, by state, by world. I dropped this down because my goal is to own an orchard. But they also have so like if you wanted to, they have crops and agriculture, and they have mini farms and sheep. Sheep would be fun. A cottage, which I think you and I are both like, yes, that's what I want, a little tiny cottage in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to drop this down, or control copy, because I'm going to put this in the notes, you guys. I did specifically look for waterfront because front yard, backyard, I don't really care, but I need some kind of water by me
Yes.
at all times. Okay. And then, more specifically, I decided to expand my search to include what my husband would want. My husband, he loves green and he loves mountains. And he had one time gone to Scotland and had fallen in love with the rolling hills of Scotland. And so you can actually find farms for sale in Scotland, and they're very fancy. Some of these, I was already scrolling through it, as you can tell, because I was looking at them. But here, look at this. Isn't this insane?
That's awesome.
You could have all of your fruit trees, and then you got your water access, you got mountain access, you've got, look at this castle. Like it's currently under contract right now, but wow. And then there's more. If you keep scrolling through, there's these like estate. Look at this. There's these
Wow.
estates that are just drop dead gorgeous. And I love to dream. And I post these a lot on my web page because it's interesting to know more about it. So if you click on it, well, I'm going to share this real quick before I go, or before I forget, into the comments here. So if any of you have the capabilities of moving abroad, so you guys can click on that and look up farms in Scotland, which my husband right now is on his I'm working from home. He's on his 10-day Boundary Waters backpacking retreat that he does. Sometimes he goes by himself, sometimes he brings his dog, sometimes he goes with friends, and this year he is with his friends and no dog. But here we are looking, and this is my dream home, this Skelton estate. Like, even though this is Scotland and not England, I instantly start thinking of what is it? Netherfield in Pride and Prejudice. Sorry. I'm like, can't think of like the Jane Austen. I originally thought of Persuasion, but that's not the Jane Austen book. Let me just stop sharing screen. It's up here.
When it comes to dream homes, a lot of people think fancy. Like, oh yeah, I don't like the dream home is like fancy, but really, I feel like the dream home, you can't see it, you have to feel it. Just like when we show houses, it's the feelings. It's not the what we see, but what we feel.
That is so true, because they say that there is more than just like the five senses, like sight, smell, taste, hearing, touch, that there's like spatial awareness and then like internal awareness and things like that. So tell me about when you're helping your clients hone in to their body while looking at homes.
Recently, like really recent, back in Sunday, I got my client a dream homes, and I cry. And the reason was, they've been looking for a house for a year. It's a straight years, and it's exhausting. Now they didn't have a dream home. They just think that, they want something that affordable. They want something under 200. They want something that super weird so that nobody wants it so they can have it. Like it can be like super old. It can be outdated. Like, trust me, we have gone on like many adventures together because we just keep looking for houses that like against the crowd,
I think it's
and
called the diamond in the rough.
yeah.
Right?
So, but so every time we see a house that looks really nice, we just automatically, oh my God, this is not it. This is not too nice for us. And last Sunday, I show a house to them, and first impression, they was like, we not feeling this just because we think it's too nice. When we opened the door, everybody was just like, oh my God, wow, wow. Like, it's all the word come out for all three of us. Right? Like, wow, this is so nice. Like bamboo floorings and granite countertops. And they was like, you know what? I don't think we can get this. This is like our dream homes. We can't get this. I said, well, how do you feel is your dream home? They said this has everything they're looking for. They didn't know what their dream home was until they see that house. It has everything that they're looking for, except they
Mhm.
can't afford it. Well, all you can do is try. If you don't try, you already lose.
So did
So
they make an offer on it?
they make an offer on it. They, I coach them where they make an offer that they feel comfortable with, not the offer to compete, because they can't compete. With the price range and everything, that's the highest offer that I ever made for a year. Well, I wrote a little paragraph, a note to the listing agent about, this couple has been looking for a house for a year, and they desperate for a home, and they'd be so thrilled if they can call this place home because this literally their dream home. Well, with that little paragraphs, the seller read it, and they thought that they have to give it to my client.
No.
Yeah, out of all the offer that they received, my client's offer wasn't the best, but they wanted my client to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that things happen when you least expect it. When the listing agent called me, I just teared up because I could not believe that we got the house. When I call my clients, we all are in shock. And now my client got a dream home after a year of looking.
Yeah.
And I realized that what is your dream home? The dream home just basically, when you walk into the house, you can feel that this is such a dream because this is perfect, and you don't think that you can get it. That sometimes that's just a tired feeling when you
Yeah,
talk to
you
people.
have to manifest it. And I like to use I know we've talked about this before on the show. Um uh, uh Mary Poppins. Like when the little kids write the letter asking for the perfect babysitter and the perfect nanny, and they write out line by line everything that they want, and they make a little song, and then it floats up into the air, the atmosphere, and then I'm sure that whatever it happens. I'm a firm believer in doing that, like changing your passcodes on all of your programs to meet your goals, right? So that way you're constantly entering them in, and it's always top of mind. That's like an ultimate, like most powerful gift you can have. um I am getting one step closer to my dream home this year, I have to tell you. So we have inherited Terry's dad's property up north, which is on a lake. It's
This
not ideal because it doesn't have like access. It's on like a rocky cliff edge, but it's got trees and it's got seclusion. The lake is pristine, clear, gorgeous water. And then I can go paddle boarding there, and it's placid. I mean, this lake is so clear and it doesn't get
oh,
choppy at all. And so you can paddle board really easy or just float and read a book. And then, but today or this weekend, I'm planting apple trees on it. So it's like being able to write down your goal and just taking these like small steps to attain them, like, or just being able to write them and have just let the universe know what you want too. Because I don't think that, if you can't voice it, if you can't write it down, if you can't visualize it, if it's just like this, like feeling without any comprehension to it, how do you know when there's some congruency in what you see and what you feel? So I think it's important, don't you?
Yeah, it's very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you don't, I feel like if you don't write down, you keep it in your mind, you forget.
Yeah. I like to tell about how I met my husband, because we had been friends for a really long time. And I actually wrote down like everything that I would ever want in a partner. And he crosses off almost all of that.
Oh,
And then the dream home followed, which he inherited, so it's like being able to write down these things and know what you want and know, that it's out there in a way to align yourself in your mind in that laser beam focus. So getting your dream home, I might be moving to Scotland.
oh. Well, it's possible. Everything's possible. Everything start with a dream, Jen.
It does. It does. Okay. Well, I am going to let you, beautiful two, go. I want to say enjoy your weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Are you going to be in town showing houses, or are you going
Uh, well, open houses.
open houses? That's a great weekend to do it.
Yeah.
Where are they at? Do you have them booked?
Well, I have one in St. Paul, I think one in Minneapolis, and one in Farmington.
Oh my. So that's quite a bit. Do you have the addresses? Do you want to share them online so people can watch?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Thank you, Jen. You have a
You're
lovely
very
weekend
welcome.
planting some apple trees.
I know. I'm so excited. Okay. Bye, Boba.
All right, bye now.
Bye.